few things to report since our last governing body meeting, which was just last week. Firstly, the reappointment of Tony Foy, who's our lay member and who chairs our audit committee. Tony's been reappointed for a 2-year period. We also discussed the shared care business case, which will have a unified care record for the people of St Helens, covering both primary and secondary and community care. And this is now being supported by the hospital and by the local authority, and this is an exciting development. More to do, but actually will be really, really good for the population of St Helens. We received the report of the Safeguarding Children's Board, which is a very useful report and very full. We also had feedback from our Talkfest, which we may have been to or been involved with. We actually found out we'd had 1,000 people face-to-face in our contacts and over 2,500 contacts online. And the focus, as you may recall, was about the use of antibiotics, and very much focusing on younger people at this Talkfest. Our next in April will be very much focusing around mental health, so please keep your eyes and ears peeled on that. Look for the local press and on our website. We also received a report on the complaints procedures for our provider organisations, which Tony Foy had chaired and led on, and we're very grateful to members of the patient participation groups who also were a very important part of that work. That now work is being taken forward by our chief nurse in terms of how we integrate that now further into our processes. The finances remain as ever challenged when you've got the unprecedented demand that we've seen in January against a backdrop of a workforce shortage, and particularly in primary care. Our GPs are increasingly stretched, and of course it's an ageing workforce profile, and there's a difficulty in recruiting people who want to work in primary care as GPs. And that's where our GP Federation will become increasingly important, working as it will with our St Helens People's Board and with the execs there. We'll move into 4 localities with a one front door access to that, and then GPs within those areas working more collaboratively, which the GP Federation will play an increasingly important role in. And that's about getting better access for people to the right person, whether that's the community pharmacist, whether it's the practice nurse, healthcare professional, diabetes specialist, heart specialist nurse, in trying to get the best out of the workforce that is there within those localities. So that's the key points from our governing body, and keep tuned for our next edition.